Daz with Touch of Daz, and I am out here in LES with UFO Fèv. What's up?
What's up, Daz? Thank you for having me so much, man.
Of course, no problem. Thank you for coming on as well. So, okay, we're just going to get right into it, basically. So last year, you put out, towards the end, you put out Mr. Nice Guy. It got a lot of attention. It got a lot of radio plays as well.
Right.
How do you feel that single pushed you forward, and how did it sound like to you when you first heard it on the radio?
Well, first and foremost, again, thank you for having us. Hearing it on the radio was amazing. You know, everybody gets that feeling. I think everybody will pay for it over and over that first time. Yeah. I think the good thing about Mr. Nice Guy was that it just worked. You know, it was something that was all natural. My uncle passed away June of last year, which was the fuel for the record. You know, I wrote it after the phone call came in. So it just was organic, and I think it didn't sound like anything. So it gave everybody a chance to like digest something new and hear some pain. You know, not a lot of pain out there.
Yeah, it's really not a lot of real pain.
Yeah,
I'll say that because a lot of people aren't.
Self-inflicted pain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like shortly after you did the video for it, and the theme for the video is the election night, our past election. Right. And did you shoot that before or after the results?
It was actually on election night.
Like
we
literally
found out while we were shooting what was going on.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And so is that like why you included the Trump mask in the video, or what kind of message did you want to send with that?
I had purchased the Trump mask during Halloween. They had them in the store, and there was like there was so many of them left over. I grabbed a bunch of them, and I couldn't tell you why at the moment. I just was like, let me grab these Trump masks. And when we were shooting the video, the original idea was for another record, but I brought the Trump mask to that shoot, and it ended up working because it was election night. And as we were shooting, we were receiving the results of what was going on, of him, you know, getting more votes, and a part of me just knew what was going down, so we just wore the mask to make it look, you know, to give it a little aura. We didn't know it was gonna, you know, we didn't foresee the storm we were gonna be in. So, you know, it just worked out, man. You know, he was meant to be there, and we were meant to use that mask.
Definitely. Yeah. And shortly after that, you released your Camouflage EP.
Right.
And how was, like, you know, receiving the feedback from that as well?
It was awesome, because we put out a lot of projects in the past and stuff, and a lot of them weren't as acclaimed. Some were by the industry, you know, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Mm-hmm. But Camouflage, I don't know, it just gave us a good vibe. And it was really organic. You know, all the music, again, was just me being in an organic place in my life and not trying to impress anyone. And it just worked. You know, I like to keep my projects to a minimum of records so that you can actually enjoy them, and it just works like that. So seeing people take to Camouflage really boosted, you know, the charisma and the drive and everybody around us. You know, it felt like we finally got reckoning. We here. It was like a little reckoning, a day of reckoning. So Camouflage is my baby.
Yeah. Of course. And with that recognition, I've like noticed, like, of course, you were around Fat Joe a lot. How did you make that connection?
Through Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh, wow.
Cool and Dre, which produced his new, which Dre is featured on his new single produced by Street Runner. So excited. He got wind of Mr. Nice Guy, and I don't know. I always heard that like when people, the higher ups want you, they find you, and that's exactly what happens. Like he called me a phone. Somebody said that I'm gonna get a phone call, and I got the phone call, and he was so excited about the record. He enjoyed it. He was a fan of what I was doing, and he said that Joe was interested in meeting me, so he sent me up to link with Joe up at his store. And Joe wasn't too excited at first to see me because, you know, he don't really deal with a lot of artists outside. He has his hands full with Remy and everything they're doing. So, you know, I just won him over. We have ties in the streets together. You know, I have family members that have been around Joe for years. So, you know, we just well connected, and he vibed. He enjoys the music, and to this point, man, I still can't believe I'm around him. Right. Like, I'll be around him and Remy and stuff, and I just lose. Sometimes I'm a fan. They look at me like I'm cheesy sometimes, but you know, at least I try to keep myself humble.
Yeah, exactly. It's what you have to do. Yeah. And getting more into the industry, like sometimes we see like there is like privilege, like when it comes to minorities or people that like the culture really is like a part of their lifestyle. Right. And we see other people coming in and kind of like taking, I guess I don't really like want to say spotlight or shine, but you know, kind of like over
borrowing from the culture.
Exactly. Right? How do you like feel about that, and like how are you just gonna like keep it, like, you know, keep it to where like you like push the movement of like, you know, let's keep it like our culture, let's keep it like in lock.
Right. Well, gentrification is it happens. You can't, you know, sometimes there are people like ourselves that will sell pieces of the culture, and then there's a few of us that'll try to preserve it. You know, myself, I am hip hop. You know, I'm from the streets. I'm from the projects. I was raised on this music. I don't, you know, most of my life, I didn't know they were other races of people. It sounds ignorant, but you know, I was just raised around Latino and my African American people. You know what I'm saying? So when people come in and try to borrow from the culture, I don't have a problem with it if you're willing to accept the entire culture. Right. But if, you know, I personally don't deal with anyone that I feel gives a vibe of trying to take from us and not represent or culture appropriate our culture. So I'm gonna just hold it down. I'm a Latino MC. I'm fully aware of who I am. You know, I'm a woke. You know, I wish I would have knew Christopher Columbus discovered my people, you know what I'm saying, earlier, so I could be spreading that message earlier. But through music, I'm just gonna try to keep people aware and have some fun too with it. You know, we not uptight, we not serious. We like to have fun too, but we also gotta wake up in the morning. So, gotta give them the coffee, wake them up.
Exactly.
Word.
Okay, and so you say you're gonna keep the culture on lock, and how are you gonna keep like the community positive? Because we definitely need those positive leaders, right. And you are a positive person. You can just hear it in the music.
Thank you.
So like, how are you gonna do that for everyone?
I'm gonna remain positive, and you gotta. One thing I know, and it's kind of troublesome, but you can't save everybody. So those willing to be helped and saved and willing to grasp the message and move forward with us, they will come with us, you know what I'm saying? And I'll take care of what I gotta take care of, but there are also a lot of negative, you know what I'm saying, energies and powers out there that are strong, that don't wanna see cats like me doing what I'm doing or waking the youth up to be leaders. So we just gonna stay positive and keep them going and stay away from all the negativity. Right. And if I'm showing them I'm self-made, you know what I'm saying? They see me from my neighborhood, all the young kids, and I'm like the guy in the industry a lot of people knew, but they ain't expect them to get where he at. So like a lot of people coming out the woodworks now. So if I could just keep showing the people who want to do better that we can do better, they should be all right. Okay. But you know, if the devil's always fighting too. So we active just like him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're not gonna save them all, but if you're willing to fight, we here for you.
Exactly. That is what's up. Okay, so basically I want you to just let everyone know something that like no one's ever heard about, or like not something too personal or anything.
Nah, I got you.
But you know, just give the fans something like they would want to like know about you that they already don't.
I'm a big fan of Nirvana.
Okay.
Or people might not know that. I think Kurt Cobain was brilliant. I think everything he does was effective to his culture, and I respect that so much. So, you know, I'm a big fan of a lot of people that people might not know. Kurt Cobain, Amy Winehouse.
Love Amy.
Love Amy?
Yeah, love Amy Winehouse.
We gotta talk about Amy.
Yes.
A lot of things like that. Just, I'm very into history and things of that nature, studying people.
Would you like to use like a Nirvana sample in one of your songs?
Oh man, if we could. I don't know, Courtney Love, she
I know,
might not.
She got that on lock. She got all that stuff
She might
on
not
lock.
let us, but yeah, man, if we could find some, boy, I would love to.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy,
cool.
I would love to.
So any shout outs before we wrap it up?
Yeah, shout out to you. Thank you for having us. Shout out to Chad, to the whole High Enterprise. Y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to Fat Joe for giving us the opportunity, and we here.
Yep, we're out here. LES, Touch of Daz, touchofdaz.com with UFO Fèv. You already know, we can Google him.
You could Google Daz too, the lovely Daz, you feel me?
You can Google everyone.
They don't know about that.
They don't, it's on, you know.
All right, man.
Peace out, everyone.